The following program contains mature situations, themes, and is intended for an older youth audience. Viewer discretion is advised. The top 10 weird cultures and practices around the world. Number 10. Sky burial. Sky burial is a funerary practice in Tibet and Mongolia where the dead person's body is dismembered and left on a mountaintop to be consumed by vultures. The practice is based on the belief that the body is an empty vessel and that the soul has already departed. The vultures, known as sky dogs, are believed to carry the soul to the heavens. The process of sky burial begins with the removal of the clothing and the hair from the body, and then the body is cut into small pieces by a specialist called a rogyepa. The rogyepa places the body parts on a large stone or platform, where they are left to be consumed by vultures. After the vultures have finished eating, the bones are crushed and mixed with tsampa, roasted barley flour, and offered to the birds. The practice is seen as a compassionate act of giving back to nature and is still used today in some remote regions of Tibet and Mongolia. Number 9. Tooth filing. Tooth filing is a traditional practice in Bali, Indonesia, where teeth are filed down to balance the energies of the body and improve aesthetics. The practice is based on the belief that the 6 vices, greed, anger, confusion, envy, laziness, and drunkenness, are represented by the 6 upper front teeth. By filing down the teeth, the vices are removed, and the person achieves a balance of physical and spiritual energies. Tooth filing is also seen as a rite of passage for Balinese teenagers and is usually done before their marriage ceremony. The procedure is done by a traditional Balinese healer and is performed without anesthesia. Number 8. Corpse preservation. Corpse preservation is a practice found in parts of Indonesia, Africa, and South America where people preserve the bodies of their deceased loved ones through mummification or other methods. The practice is based on the belief that the spirit of the dead person remains with the body and that preserving the body ensures that the spirit remains with the living. In Indonesia, the Toraja people embalm the bodies of their loved ones and keep them in their homes for several years, treating them as if they were still alive. In South America, the Yanomami tribe mummifies their dead by smoking the bodies over a fire, while in Africa, the Maasai people preserve their dead by removing the organs and burying the body in a fetal position. Number 7. Finger cutting. Finger cutting is a ritual practice among the Dani tribe of Papua, Indonesia, where young men cut off the top of their fingers to symbolize the loss of a loved one or to mark a significant life event. The practice is based on the belief that the spirit resides in the fingers and that by cutting them, the spirit is released and can help the person achieve their goals. The procedure is usually done without anesthesia and is considered a rite of passage for young men in the tribe. Number 6. Scarification. Scarification is a form of body modification found in several African tribes where patterns are carved or burned into the skin for cultural or ritualistic purposes. The practice is based on the belief that the scars represent a person's identity and cultural heritage. Scarification is done using a sharp instrument or a heated object, and the resulting scars are often raised and discolored. The scars are considered a form of beauty and a symbol of courage and strength. Number 5. Bull leaping. Bull leaping is an ancient practice in Crete, Greece, where young men and women would leap over charging bulls to prove their bravery and agility. The practice is based on the myth of the Minotaur, a creature with the head of a bull and the body of a man. The practice was done as part of a religious ceremony to honor the god Poseidon and was also seen as a rite of passage for young people. The bull leapers would grasp the bull's horns and somersault over the bull's back, often landing on their feet. The practice was dangerous and often resulted in injuries or death, but it was seen as a test of courage and a way to gain respect in the community. Number 4. Baby tossing. Baby tossing is a controversial practice found in certain parts of India, where babies are tossed off the roof of a temple and caught by a group of people holding a sheet below. The practice is believed to bring good luck and prosperity to the baby and the family. The practice is based on the belief that the fall from the roof will bring the baby closer to the gods and ensure that the baby has a long and healthy life. The practice is considered dangerous and has been outlawed by the Indian government, but it still persists in some rural communities. Number 3. Firewalking. Firewalking is a tradition found in several cultures, including India and Japan, where people walk barefoot across hot coals or embers as a test of faith or as part of a religious ritual. The practice is based on the belief that the gods will protect the person from harm and that the act of walking across the hot coals will cleanse the person's soul. The practice requires intense preparation and is often done after a period of fasting and prayer. Firewalking is considered a way to demonstrate one's faith and to receive blessings from the gods. Number 2. Extreme body piercing. Extreme body piercing is practiced by the Badi tribe in Ethiopia, where young men have their bodies pierced with thorns as part of a coming-of-age ritual. The practice is based on the belief that the pain and bloodshed will strengthen the person's spirit and prepare them for adulthood. The piercings are often done in elaborate patterns and are considered a sign of courage and resilience. After the piercings are done, the wounds are treated with ash and the person is expected to perform a series of tests to prove their strength and endurance. Number 1. Endocannibalism. Endocannibalism is a practice found in the Yanomami tribe in South America, where they consume the remains of deceased tribe members as a way to maintain their spirits within the tribe. The practice is based on the belief that the spirit of the deceased remains with the body and that by consuming the body, the spirit can be passed down to future generations. The practice is rare and is only done in specific circumstances, such as the death of a shaman or a tribal leader. The body is usually cooked and the bones are ground into a powder, which is mixed with water and drunk by the members of the tribe. The practice is controversial and has been criticized for its potential health risks and ethical concerns. Like the video and subscribe the channel for more fun and informative videos.